This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so today we will learn Ansible. So the first question is, what is Ansible? So if you look at this table, SDLC table, let me depict one more time. So here we do the plan, and after that we do coding. After the coding, we do the analysis, code analysis, right? Analyze the code, and after that we do the build. After that we do the UT. After that we package, and after that we do archive, artifactory and all, and after that we deploy. Okay, and after that acceptance testing, and then code coverage and all stuff like that. So Ansible can be used here, somewhere here. Okay, other use cases are also there, but I'm not complicating too much right now. So most of the time when you want to do the deployment in a multiple servers, okay, one software, or you want to configure the servers basically, then you can use Ansible for it. This is a pre-production model. Production also, during the deployment, configuration management and stuff like that, it can be done. So here, what is Ansible? So most of us, we say Ansible is a configuration management tool. Now the question is, what is a configuration management? Configuration management can be anything like AC configuration management or apartment configuration management. So configuration management is a very broad word actually. So what we do, Ansible we use for servers configuration management. Servers config management. Okay. So when you want to configure the server, then we are using servers configuration. Getting my points? So that is a thing. So now next thing is uh, this is tool is developed using Python. Okay. So, and this is from the Red Hat actually. Red Hat actually. And now this is you can see like using Python from Red Hat. And just give me 2 seconds, guys. Guys, just give me 2 seconds. I'll just start.
This conference will now be recorded.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, sorry. So yes, so this tool has been developed using Python. So if you want to customize anything in Ansible, customizations can be happen only after you become a professionals. So you can customize also. So that is done in Python. By the way, it can be used different languages also, but if you use a Python, it will be more aligned with the tools. Easy to do that. This is from the Red Hat. Now we have a multi releases. Okay, so multiple releases which we have in Ansible. So one of this which I'm going to teach you is Ansible. There's another one which we have is Ansible AWX S, okay, X, and another one is we have Ansible Tower. So which one I'm going to cover? So this is the one is a part of session Ansible. This is command line based. It's a free and it's open source. Now this is GUI based. It's also free, but what happens? Ansible, whenever they release the tower, okay, so non-tested version of tower they release to the market with AWX brand, and they make it free actually. And this is non-tested, no support is been given, so there's no assurance for any problems and all. So, but It's a GUI based, free, latest version of Tower, latest version of Tower, but no support. Okay, no support and no bug fixing and stuff like that. Just you have to experience that, and if you like it or if you are finding some difficulties using it, you can report the issues to Ansible, and they will take care of it. Now this is a GUI based, but it's a paid. Okay, and support is of course available when it comes to payment tower and all. So these are the three versions, out of which I'm teaching you this one. Now if you want the videos of AWX, remember that tower is one product, AWX is another product. So AWX installation instruction is different, tower installation instruction is different. Okay, so if you want the videos of tower and AWX, check the elements, you'll have it. Apart from the rest of the things, same. Now, when it comes to version, it's 2.9x, which we have it. Okay, so this is the some of the simple information about the Ansible. So Ansible, which is a configuration management tool, we are using for managing configurations of server. Now, next questions you'll have, like, what is there in server? Okay, so we manage their configuration. So what is there in the server? So basically we have a files, we have a directory, we have a packages, we have services, so these are the things which we do and manage the things. Okay, so anything we have, anything which you find in the server, anything which in the server, you can manage the configuration using Ansible. Now next thing is why Ansible? Why Ansible? See, there's a few reasons, few problems which we solve. That is, like, one is uh, doing configuring a server, that is important, but it also do the servers, that means multiple servers you can configure in one. That's a one thing. Second thing which I am able to see, that Ansible is easy to read, write, uh, uh, learn, test, debug, share, compared to other scripting language, compared to bash scripting or maybe shell scripting or something like that. Okay, so it's easy to read, write, learn, test, debug, and share. Now third reason is idiom potent. Ansible is also idiom potent. Now this is your task. Okay, what is idiom potent? You will take it this as assignment and do let me know, because idiom potent feature is very important for all of us, and this you can find in Ansible, Chef, Puppet, Salt, Terraform, Cloud Formations, ARM. Many places you'll find this functionality. Okay, so this is idiom potent. It can manage large server deployment also. So these are some of the use cases which we have for Ansible. Now let's say if you say you don't like Ansible, then what you like? So if you don't like Ansible, then you probably Chef, Puppet, Salt, CF Engine, many tools are there which you may like it. But why we are learning only Ansible, not Chef or not Puppet? Because Ansible, uh, capture the large amount of market share in terms of configuration management. In terms of configuration management, Ansible is a market leader. So now the DevOps is becoming matured, actually tool sets also. So most of us, like in a development community, instead of using Chef and Puppet, we all use the Ansible. Now there is other regions also. We have more than 4,000 modules, 5,000 roles and all. So what is the modules and roles, which I'll discuss a little bit later. Okay, so this is something which we have. Any questions so far?
No.
Any questions? Okay. So now next question which we have is, let's understand the Ansible architecture. Okay. So what is Ansible architecture? So Ansible architecture, we have us, means always we are a human, and then we have ACS, and then we have ARS. Okay. ARS can be multiple. Okay. So what is ACS? So ACS stand for Ansible Control Server. Okay. ACS for Ansible Control Server, and ARS means Ansible Remote Server. So remote server. It's up to you what you want to call it. Server, agent. Agent is, there's no agent, so remote server is there. Okay. So ACS, ARS. I call it ACS and ARS. So if you want to call it this one also, this okay. Others you can call it, this was a server, and this you can call it, this you can call it Ansible server, and this you can call it server itself. Okay. So these are the things which is done. Okay. So now let's check the image. Yeah. So here, let's say in this image, this is you, and this is ACS. ACS. This is one server, and ACS will manage multiple remote server, 1, 2, 20, 40. Now these are the ARS. So this is the ACS, and this is the ARS. Now ARS can be in Linux and Windows, anything, any version of Linux and any version of Windows. So if you want to deploy, let's say this I'm calling server. Why? Because this is the place where you run applications. But this application you'll deploy from here to this place, and you will take actions on it. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a ACS. Now next thing is, what are the component of ACS which we have? ACS, okay, and ARS. What are the components? So first thing, in ACS you will install Ansible. Yes, you will install Ansible. In ARS you don't need to install Ansible, not applicable. Okay. So now the moment you install Ansible, Ansible will bring many things. One is like executables it will bring. There are so many executables which I'll show you. And then second thing which will bring is modules. Third thing, plugins. Fourth thing, what is that? Configurations. Okay, config file. So these are the things, when you install Ansible, you will get all this stuff. Okay, these are the things. So Ansible, executable, modules, plugins, config file. Okay, so now these are the things. Now here NA means Ansible is agentless, so you don't need to install it. Now next thing is, in Ansible ACS server you need to have playbook, and then next one you need to have a roles. In this is a playbook only. You need to have this one, what is it? I forgot. Inventory. Okay, so these are the things you should be having in ACS. Now the question is, what is a modules, what is a plugins, what is a config file, what is a playbook, what is inventory? I'll tell you in some time. So here in ARS you need nothing. So that is the thing. Now next one is, ACS always has to be Linux, actually. Linux and 64-bit. This has to be Linux. And here ARS can be anything. Yes, it can be Windows or Linux, or any 32-bit, 64-bit. It's okay. So that is the thing. Now here in ACS server, the one which you are making it, it has to be Python installed. Now you know what, Python is coming as part of the default installation in every operating system, so you don't have to do most of the time. this stuff. So Python is required. In ARS, if it is Linux, okay, then you need a Python. And if it is a Windows, if it is Windows, then you need a PowerShell 3.0 and plus .NET 4.5 something like .NET 4.5. Okay. Now the communications, how they communicate, ACS need to communicate with ARS, right? So what are the protocol is being used for the communication? When ACS talk to Linux, okay, Linux ARS, so they use SSH by default. Okay. Now SSH. Now when it talks to the Windows, then it use WinRM actually. So WinRM is a default you will find in, nowadays in all Windows you will find. Are you understanding, all of you? Yeah. So this is the something. So here these are the specification for protocol and all. You just remember that some of the prerequisite of ARS should be there. And okay, so more or less we understood this Ansible architecture. Any questions anyone have?
No.
Okay. Now next question is what is modules? So I'll put it in simple way. It's a code actually. It can be in Python. It is mostly in Python, but for Windows it can be in PowerShell also. Okay. So modules is a code resides in ACS. Of course, it's in ACS, right? But run in ARS. Okay. So ARS. So then it's a code. For example, copy. So you want to copy some file in ARS. So you use copy, or you want to do some services. You want to start some services here. So that code is lying here, which will start the services here, here, here. So it will, this code will travel to ARS, and ARS it will run and give you the report back. So this code, all this code, using this code, whatever you want to do in the ARS server, you can use the module for it. Remember, whatever you want to do in ARS server, for that you have to use a module. Okay. Now next thing is what is a plugin then? So plugin means it's again code reside in ARS. Okay. Sorry, ACS. It's code reside in ACS, but add functionality to add functionality to what? It's code reside in ACS, but add functionality to do what? Add functionality to Ansible. See, plugin concept, you know that, right? Plugins means if you want more features, enable more features. If you want less features, remove that features, like that. This plugin. So Ansible is also plugin based architecture. Okay, it's also, this code is written mainly in Python. When you install Ansible, all this thing will come. You can install new modules also, though you don't require. Default itself is like a too many. You spend 6 months more plus to using. Now, what is a config file? So there's one config file which is resided in etc Ansible and config dot what is this? Config dot something. There's a config file, I forgot that. And okay, so there's a config file. So this config.crg. So this file basically will help you to change the behavior of executable. So when you install Ansible, multiple executable will come, like Ansible, Ansible Playbook, Ansible Galaxy, Ansible Doc and all. So this file will change the behavior. So change default behavior of executable. Ansible executable. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the playbook, what is the playbook? So this playbook and inventory, I will come back in the next 10-15 minutes and I'll explain. So first thing, let's get the installation done of Ansible, and then we'll talk about rest of the things. So let's use this VM box. So I'll create one ACS, clone it, ACS, and I'll create one ARS. Okay, ACS, ARS. This is the ACS, this is the ARS. I need to install Ansible into ACS. So I'm starting this machines. And I will start the ARS also. So let's use putty. So ARS got rebooted. Password is Rajesh123. ACS still has not come. So I'll just reboot this. Sometime it happens. It's got hung actually. Rajesh123. And this is the IP address, which is 16. Okay. 192.168.1.60. So root Rajesh123. So here (14 bold) apply. So this is my ACS. Okay, ACS. Now there's some problem in ARS. So I'll restart one more time. Root Rajesh123. IPA, the IP address is 70. Okay, so let's log into new session 192.168.1.70 and root Rajesh123. Okay, so I got the two machines just for the demo sake. Okay, and you can see this is the machine. Okay, so now what to do? So I am going to install Ansible. Now let's install Ansible. So install Ansible. I'll send you my notes also, tutorial. But for time being, I'm using the website which is official. So why? Because I just want to make sure there should not be any changes in the recent one. So ensuring pip is available. So first thing, this is my master and pip 3, Python 3. So this is the requirement for it. And after that, this is the pip. Okay, get pip and installing Ansible. So here this is Ansible installations. And if you want specific version of Ansible, 2.9 is the latest if I remember correctly. Okay, so this is the one. So more or less it's correct. Now I need to install the Python 3. So here Ansible, sorry, Python 3 installations. So here, and this is CentOS. So I'm going to install the Python 3 first.
So installation of Python is required only in the ACS, not the remote agent.
See, theoretically, you will have a Python automatically, Python 2, okay? But I'm installing Python 3. That is the reason. So Windows, you will not have a Python default, but all Linux comes with a Python 2.7. So Python 3, I need it because Ansible, I mean, it's Python 2 also, you can get it work, Ansible, that's not a problem. But I'm just following the latest documentations and latest 2.9x code, which is with the Python 3. So this is the installations of Python 3. Python 2 was there actually. Okay, that's the default Python.
This is we have to do in both remote machine as well, like installation of Python.
No,
So
no,
it
no,
would be required. No,
no.
only
Here
the
you see
ACS.
Python. If it is Linux, anyways Python. Windows PowerShell 3, .NET 3. So if it is a Linux, anyways it will be Python. If not, then you can install Python 3 or something.
Okay.
Almost done. So meanwhile, if you want any, almost done. Yeah, and Python 3 installed. So after this, I'll come back to the official website. By the way, all this tutorial you will find here also, but I'm just following the correct one. I mean, official one, just to check if anything has happened correctly or not. So pip 93, da, 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 everything's okay. And that is okay. So now let's update the pip latest version. So how do you do that? This is the one. And I'm updating the pip. Here it says the script does not work with Python 3.76. The minimum version is Python 3.7. So that is one more challenge. So I'll just leave it right now and directly move to installations part. Okay. So of Ansible, this command will install Ansible. I'm removing the hyphen user which will install only Ansible for root, but I want for every users. Okay, this whole package, the version is 4. Remember, don't get confused too much. The package version means that whole suite is 4, but Ansible, the version which you are using, which is command line, 2.9 or something. Okay, so
So is
Ansible,
it
this package, you have so many utilities actually.
is it a good idea to run Ansible as a root user? No, right?
Ansible can be run from the any user. Good idea means it's up to you how much you're comfortable. So either root, see, understand this way, theoretically. You can use normal user here or root user here, no problem. Or using sudo also you can use it, no problem. But the problem here is, are you modifying any changes in the this server? My question is, are you modifying
Oh,
anything in this server?
are you running anything there?
Yeah. Are you modifying? No, you're not modifying anything here. Where you are modifying? Here, here, here. And how you are connecting? SSH. If it is Linux. So from this, it can be any user. Okay. You are connecting to SSH and doing the changes here through the modules. That means what you are doing here depends, like whether you are copying a file or installing the services, that access that you required here, not here. So basically you can use any user for the sake of running. Okay,
Okay.
so what is this error? I think it's installation. I mean, it got happened successfully, and I was not expecting this error. Let me run one more time.
Maximize the window.
So okay, so let me see. Run this. Let's see if it's not fixing. I'll have to run this commands. So Python is not installed in a full package way, probably. Let's see that. Same error one more time. So okay. And if it's not working like that, what I'll do, I'll directly go to the install the little older Python. This is the latest one, because I think Python is a problem. So let's check it out. So that this command worked actually. So see, all this utility is being installed. Just wait for some time. Okay, so now let it get installed. Now, next thing is playbook and inventory. So first thing, after installing the Ansible, let me ask you one question. So let's say if you want to just copy a file, for that you would prefer just one copy of the file. Would you prefer shell scripting or command?
Command.
One task. Which one would you prefer?
Command
Command.
probably.
Of course. But if you want to do 10 tasks or 20 tasks or 50 tasks, then what you do? Shell or command?
Shell.
Shell.
Shell scripting, right? Correct. So that is where I'm talking about. So I want to show you one thing which I would like you to understand, and that is this flow. This I would like you to understand this flow. It's very important. So here same logic, whatever you said. If you want to do one task, ad hoc commands, Ansible ad hoc commands, we can use it. If you want to do multiple tasks, then playbook we can use it. What is a playbook? I need to teach you. And then if you want to do, you know, many other stuff also apart from the task, then we use a role. So I'll discuss about the playbook and role a little bit later, but let's focus on this part. Okay, so doing one task in one machine, localhost, doing one task in remote machine, doing one task in multiple remote machine using inventory, and doing one task in multiple remote machine using the group in inventory. So these are the 4 flow. Just focus on it. Are you comfortable with the flow?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's check it out. Ansible should be installed now. Let me check the version of it. And yes, it's installed, but command line was so see here, this is the Ansible. So basically, see Ansible 2.11. I was telling you 2.9, right? It's up to date 2.11. And here you find modules, plugins also, different locations you can get comfortable. This is system location, this is system location, this is user location. Okay, and executables are here. Inside that, if you go the bin folder and Ansible star, see these are the executables which we have. You need to learn actually what is Ansible, config, connection, console, doc, galaxy, inventory. So many executables are. And the Python which has used is this one, which I installed it. Jinja version, this is the Python Jinja version, is this one. So yes, Ansible installed. So now let's start doing the Ansible ad hoc commands. Okay. After that, I will teach you playbook also. So first of all, project. So my manager came to me and said, Rajesh, using Ansible, set up a web server. This is a project. Now I started working on it. I will not bother anything. I will just convert into pseudocode. Okay. So what is the pseudocode? Step number 1. install. My operating system is CentOS. For time being, this demo I'm using CentOS. Okay, so you have to gather all this runtime environment and all. That's, I think you will do that for sure. So sudo code install a HTTPD or nginx. Sudo code 2 copy index.html. I know that web server, so I'm writing it with confidence here. So you should know runtime environment. Let me tell you here. Using Ansible, you are automating the deployment process, configuration process, and which may have a multiple tools involved in it. So if you don't know the tools for it, so then it's very difficult you to write Ansible code for it. So first get that knowledge done for your about your project, then come to that. Many people, what they do, they say like, I want to learn this, I want to learn that, but the project knowledge is missing. So now what to do with that tool? Even though I will teach you the Ansible or Terraform, now where to use that tool, you don't know, because you don't know the runtime environment. Like you don't know database, you don't know Apache web server, you don't know application server, you don't know the system also, sometimes Linux or something. So you have to know that these are the things. So I'm having this project. I will sit maybe half a day or something, and whatever the projects I'm having, I'll create a pseudo code. I will not rush to the Ansible. First create a pseudo code. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, step number 20 and 30, like that. You will create a pseudo code. If you don't have a pseudo code, then you will definitely have a hard time. Now, because I'm doing the Ansible ad hoc commands, so I will find a how can I install Apache in Ansible using Ansible. How can I copy? How can I start? So here, that is where your this rating you need it. What do you need for that? What do you need? Are you understanding now?
You need a module.
You need a module, correct. So you know how many modules you have? In Ansible, more than 4,000 modules are there. Okay. So what to do now? So my tricks is very simple. I'll just write Ansible module for installing a package. Installing a package. Google. Use it effectively, but right context. This you should never forget, this line. Ansible module for this or Ansible module for that. If you search like this, you'll get a right results. But if you search for some Ansible install package, it will not make any sense for the Google. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
So this is the official documents which we have. The latest documents, to be honest, I did not like that format, but I'll show you the older document which will be easy for you. So 2.9, this is the older version. Same content, little bit design got changed. So I got very used to that old design, not a new one. I mean, it's just HTML page. So here, this is the module name, yum. So I got to know, yes, this problem is solved using a module. But you know what? You have to understand this. Remember, I'll put it in a simple way. When you copy the files, what you need is 2 parameter, right? What you want to copy and where you want to copy, correct? Correct now?
Yes.
Same way, if you install a package, you have to tell which package you want to install, first thing. And second, what you want to do, whether you want to install or remove also, or disable or enable also. So that is called parameters. For each module, you'll have a parameters. Okay, each module. And this table you should get comfortable. I like this table. This table, you should be comfortable. What is that? So this is one parameter. The parameter type is Boolean. Yes or no, of course, because it's a Boolean. And added in 2.4 means this 2.4 is Ansible version. So this feature is added in 2.4. This is added in 2.7. So let's say if you are using this parameter for this module in an older version of Ansible, of course it will throw an error. So be mindful about it. Now why this is no is blue? Because the default value. If you don't set it, this is the default value in executable. in a module, sorry, in a module. Okay, so if you use this parameter, not specify value, this will be used. But if you want to override it, is equal to yes. So here these are the things. Some of the will be required. Okay, here there is nothing required actually. So yes, you have to read this. Okay, what package you want here, name is important. So if you are planning to do blindly, you'll not be able to write any infrastructure script. You have to use a logic actually. Okay, so watch package. Now what is the action, whether you want to install it or remove it? So here every module you will find state, hard code your mind. Every module you'll have a state, and state will define whether you want to remove it, install it, latest version, present, check that and install it, or remove it. So these are the states. Are you understanding this table?
Yes.
So guys, there's no skipping point here. You have to read it with the patience after identifying the module. So for my project, only 3 modules required. Yum module, second is copy module, and third one is service module. Okay, so like that I identified. Let me show you one more module, Ansible module for services. Okay, services. This is the module. This is the latest documentation for that, but as I said, I'm comfortable with the older one. So here, these all are the parameters. Choices. See here, you have a required value. Okay, so this is the, you have to understand that there is no skipping point. So this is a pseudocode. At least I got to know module. So now, which parameter we'll use? So for time being, parameter name is equal to httpd, because I know that in the yum name you require, because here there's no required, so I will do based on my logic, based on my understanding. Name is equal to, and then what you want, state is always there. State is I'll copy from here and latest. Done. So this is the parameter for this particular module. Copy which module? src, okay, is equal to what? Index.html in the current directory. And after that, let me Ansible module for copy here, and all documentations I'll go, and attributes no destination. So destination is equal to var www.html. So this is the something which we have. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Services, I'll just copy it from here. So services, okay, services name, okay, I'll go for name. So what services? HTTPD. I know that package name is HTTPD, service name is also HTTPD. This is sorry, this is the tool knowledge. Ansible cannot help you here. Okay, Ansible is blind in that case. So name required and state what you want, started. So state started. So this is the pseudo coding kind of work we have to do that. If you are not doing it, don't jump to Ansible coding. Very straightforward. Okay, all of you are understanding, right, how to approach the Ansible coding?
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah. So now,
for
guys,
custom modules, also you can have custom modules.
I would suggest you right now, see 4,000 modules are there in Ansible. You will spend entire life using those. So let's not get into that right now. But you need to go in future for sure, because some time you have to write some custom module for your organizations. Maybe if you get lucky. So in that case, you have to learn a little bit of Python also, and then write your own module. Use cases will be same. So in the custom modules also, you will create your own parameters. Okay. And
Okay.
you will write a code which is a string, what is a boolean. For example, let me show you some custom modules just for your confidence purpose. Okay. That's all. So here, let's say, this is one example for user data. This is one simple module for teaching purpose. This is the code. Okay. And now if you look at this, these are the, see, required, true, type, string. Here also, if you see that, required, type, correct? No? So this whatever, this is a custom module with the two parameter, name and age, two parameter. So this is the parameter, content, decrypt, destination. So like that, you will write a custom module and you decide you will choose whatever. Getting my points?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the one custom module extended by Ansible module class, and here the only two parameters, and the two parameters. This is the specification. Now, if this is the code, whole code for it, and now this is the return value somewhere here. Try, and how to use it. This is the one. What is this? So this is the playbook. I'll teach you. This is the playbook. Okay. How to use this module? This is the way. Getting my points? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the one.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we got this everything done, but now time has come for writing the Ansible ad hoc. Remember, first I'll do the local host. What I'll do, I'll not complicate too much. So Ansible is a ad hoc command. If you want to run playbook, Ansible playbook is a this one. If you want to work with Ansible Galaxy, then Ansible. There's one utility for everything, by the way. Okay. So why I'm making mistake? Huh? So Ansible playbook Galaxy, like that. I showed you many utilities are there in your that location here. See, this is the one. Okay, just remember that. So here, these are the utilities. Now, next question is for ad hoc. I'm going to use this one. Okay, Ansible. Now, Ansible, and I would suggest you. You know what? Just a second. I would suggest you spend some time here also. Where? Just let me copy. I will suggest you spend some time here. See, if you see that, these are the arguments which you can pass to Ansible or playbook or any executable of Ansible. Okay, spend some time. Don't need to hard code in your mind. One more thing in DevOps, don't try to remember everything. You will not be, because so many things are there. Okay, but at least create a pointer in your memory. For example, you need some options, so you need to go help file. You need so like that. Create a pointer in that. So here you have all the option which you need with Ansible. All this and little bit of explanation also. Here you have a, this is for ACS, ARS, sorry. This is for ARS. Okay. So here first thing, if you look at this image, from here how to connect, how authentication. So here this is the authentication method which we have. Username, password, keys. Here you have keys. Here you have username. Here you have password. All this authentication method. Yeah, connection option. But if you logged in and after that, if what you are allowed to do in this machine, so here we have a authorizations, escalations. Okay. So at a high level, just keep a pointer in your mind like that. Anyways, come to the point here. What I wanted to do, I wanted to write an Ansible ad hoc command. So I know that option, so I'm using directly, but you have to spend some time. So Ansible, where you want to run local host. Okay, you want to run in a local host because as per the flow I'm going. Okay, so but what you want to run? So I want to run module -m. So I'm copied from here only. You see, where's the module? Module here. Okay, so I want to run module. What module you want to run? So I want to run yum module. Okay, so module must be having some arguments also. Where is that? So A, look at this, A, module arguments. So -a, give it, and give all the arguments in this fashion. Close this. The same thing you have to do with copy and this one, and same thing you have to do with services and this one. So now you understood the importance of pseudocode, all of you?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. So
sir.
hyphen A is argument, right?
This is arguments. You put it in the double quote actually, all the arguments. If it
And
is
there is no
one, that's
space
okay.
between A and double quotes.
You can give it or not give it. That's hardly matter. No error actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did this. Coding is done. Can I try now? So this is my ACS. I'm running in the same machine. That means my ARS and ACS both are same. Because why? Because why we are doing it? See, first you will test your script, right? Then only you will run in the remote machine. If it's not running in the local machine, then why you are running in the remote machine? Okay. So can we
Yes.
check that HTTPD is running or not? So which HTTPD? See here. So
Yes.
I'm going to run this code. Enter. See, this warning message will be removed the moment you install the Python 3.8. Okay. So right now it will not disturb my demo, but for good one, for stable system, you should have it. By the way, HTTPD installed. Now, can I copy my index.html to destination folder, which is var www.html? There is error. Okay. Now, here you have error. Let me tell you, start reading the error message. Don't rush it, because I'm in a training. I'm not reading the line, but when you do all this work, error will make you very strong DevOps engineering. Okay. So you see that what is the error, read that, try to understand that, try to solve that. If you want a more error message, this is the tactics. So one error level, 2, 3, 4, 5. Error level you understand, right? Log level, sorry, not
Yes.
error. Log level.
Yeah.
So you can increase the log level and for error, debug, verbose, all this thing here. -v. See, if you don't want to increase this one, the error which I know that why this error is coming. The error is coming because of there's no index.html file, source file is missing. So vi index.html, and here h1 welcome to DevOps school, and save it. Done. So now I will go and run this. Okay, done. See here, change true. See, change true first run. If I rerun, changed false. Now this is the assignment for you guys. Why this is coming? What is idiom? You have to. I'll send you the assignment a little later, but you have to find out, because if you learn this one, it will help you in a tens of tools actually nowadays. In fact, Kubernetes also. Okay, it's a very important concept. Okay, so I did this, and services here. So let me see if service is running or not. First of all, here grep HTTPD. See, it's not running right now, and done. There is some problem actually. Localhost. There's spelling mistake. See, it what say the module service is not found. So it's service maybe, not services. Okay. So clear the screen and done. Done. Again, this was true. If you see here, this is true, but now it will run. It will become a false because it's already started. So this is the important questions to all of you. You have to do write it. Many people I'm feeling like you guys are not doing projects. So I don't know how to motivate you, but you will waste your time and money both in that case. So let me see that. Grep httpd. See, it's running. So you see that the magic of Ansible, I was able to do everything in the local mode. So any questions so far?
So Rajesh, like we have started this HTTP service now, and using that same command, can we also ensure that the service has started successfully?
Present you can use. State. Present will check the service is started or not, and it also, if it is not started, oh no, sorry, the present will not. You want to check the service is started or not, correct? What was your question? No, what was your question?
Sorry, the question was like, say now in this command we are saying like name equal to HTTP, state equal to started, right? So how do we make sure that it has successfully started? It might not start for various reasons also, right? So
so how do I know? How do we know? SL
okay.
These three inputs, if you see, you'll get to know. And the results was success. So whatever you run is success. State started and status. You see the status. This is the dictionary. Okay, this is the what is this? I forgot this. What is this? What type of data is it?
JSON.
No. This one specific. Guys, come on, Python. Hello.
Yes.
Hey, no one is practicing. This is Boolean, right? This is string, right?
Okay. Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So this is a what?
A variable.
Dictionary. Right? Key value. Okay. So what is the value for the here? It's a pretty long list. You have to see the value of this. What is the status? So somewhere it will be there. Status is running or something like that. Getting points?
Yeah.
Somewhere is there.
Can you scroll up a little bit? Yeah, maximize the window. Yeah, if you scroll a little bit up, I think it's in the start.
It will be there. See. So this we can query also, but yeah, by the way, one more thing I want to tell you. Please hard code this statement. Ansible will help you to get your desired state. I repeat, Ansible will help you to get a desired state. If someone has modified this server and did the wrong, desire was here, it will redo the desire. It will reinforce the desire. But Ansible is not a monitoring tool. Mind it. Are you understanding this? The two statement I'm making.
So someone has to tell Ansible that this has changed and it will apply.
If I'll put it in a simple way, if this is the 4 machine you manage through the Ansible, one of the smartest guy directly log into these machines and modify the desire to this machine. So rerun Ansible, again it will apply the desired state. That's what I'm saying. It's not a monitoring tool. Got it? Hello?
Okay, so does that mean like if something changes in the remote server, Ansible control server will not know?
No,
But
it will
if
not know.
okay, but if you trigger the
One more time, then it will bring the desired state.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is not monitoring actually, right? So this is just a configuration tool.
Yes, it's a server configuration chain. It's not a server monitoring. For monitoring, I'll teach you 4 new tools, just going on upcoming sessions. Okay, come back to this tip. So I did this first one I completed. Okay, now I need to do in remote machine. So what is a remote machine? So let me quickly do that. I'll not complicate too much. So remote machines, for that, see, simple logic. This is the Linux machine, this is the Linux machine. You connect to this machine to this machine. So for that, what you need? SSH. And for SSH, how do you log in? Username and password or username and key. Simple. So I know that username you provide using root. It can be any user which you should be allowed to do this. And password -k, it will prompt me the password. There is a way to suppress the password also. Right now I'm not complicating because I want you to learn the fundamental first. So this is the but where is a machine? So machine is IP address was 16. Okay, so 192.168.1.16. Before that, this specifying, I want to cover this topic also, and that is inventory. So this was the pending. So what is the inventory? So in Ansible, we call it inventory is nothing but a list of IP address of ARS. List means list. IP address, ARS, ARS. All this you understand, combine it together, it's inventory. Understood?
Okay.
Okay. So now you tell me, I will just see your analysis skills. Tell me 192 this IP address, okay? 9 dot this IP address and one. This is a list or not?
Yeah.
It's a list. Now this is a list or not?
You have to put comma at the end to make it a
Wonderful.
This is a
list.
singular.
Yes. So yeah, these are the small things. No, if you notice, then you'll be rocking in configuration world. Yeah. So this is a list, but actually this is not list. Okay, understood this. So here, list of IP address of ARS. But then you will say, Rajesh, how to represent that list? So you can put it on command line also. I was about to put in the command line. So before that, I thought, let me cover this. So I can put the list of IP address on command line, or you can put it in a file also, or you can put it in script also. So here command line, just now I was doing it. File I'll show you just in 5-10 minutes, and script also. So then you'll say, Rajesh, what is a script? It can be any script, but the return value of running script, it should be in a form of list of IP address. Make sense?
Yes.
So can we do that first one, CMD? So CMD is nothing but, inventory is nothing but the ARS. So all this IP address, whatever you have, this machine, this machine, this machine, this machine, you will keep it in the inventory, which is in file format or CMD format or script format. Okay, so let's put it up command. So this was not a list, but this is a list, and you have to specify -i for inventory. So this is inventory. That means you are saying, hey Ansible, run this module with this parameter to this machines, this inventory, and with this access. Very simple. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Wonderful. Now guys,
Yeah.
here, if inventory you have a 200 machines, think simple. Okay, inventory you have a 200 machines. So are you going to run all this in the this module in the 200 machines? Let's say, visualize that. I'm not able to draw pictures very fast, but understand that this is your environment, and then this is your app server, web server. Okay, and then this is your app server, and this is your database server. So this is your entire inventory, but I want to run that module only in this web server, not in an app server, not in a database server. Correct now? Hello?
Yeah.
So what to do now? Because inventory will have all the files of your site. Oh, sorry, all the IP address of your site. What do we do? That is where the group concept is. Okay, so inventory will be having group. What is a group? So group is like a list of IP for specific function. Okay, that's a group. In fact, group of groups in inventory, you have a groups of group also. Vars also. Many things are there. I'm not putting up to avoid that, too much of complexity in one session. But yeah, in detailing at least 15 to 20 hours of videos you will find in Ansible. Those who are finding interest, learning more, you can go and spend some time. Anyways, so it has a group. You know what? There is a two group which is default given by Ansible. What group? So there is one group they call it all group, and there is another group they call it, I think, no group, I guess, if I'm not wrong. No group. Okay, so these are the default. All means all machine of inventory, means all machines, and no group means a machine which belong to no group. How to create a group, I'll teach you, don't worry. So why I'm talking about it? Because this format required Ansible all machine. See, all machine of this inventory, this module with this parameter and this access. So this is the right combinations for us. Okay, so can I update this to now Ansible, and do it? Understood all of you now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so
in this
now
case,
let
this is
me,
only in this case there's only one IP, right? So all, does it make sense?
all of this inventory, whether it's a inventory contain one machine or 100 machine, I don't care. All means
Okay.
all of my inventory. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me run it now. Password Rajesh 123. So you will get error like that. Now this error, I understand that it's not 100% giving you the visualizations of what to be done and all, but actually, you know what? They're saying, hey, for to use SSH connection type with a password, you must install SSH program. Oh, sorry. So earlier it was not there, this error, older version of Ansible. Recently it has come. So using SSH pass, what happens? Fingerprinting get enabled. So there are a lot of utilities are there like that. So now the question is what to do. So I have one ways. So I need to tell Ansible. Please hear my question, okay? I need to tell, hey Ansible, for the fingerprint, let me first ping this IP address whether it's accessible or not for this. Should be yes accessible. So I need to tell, hey Ansible, don't use SSH password and fingerprinting and all. So Ansible is using this default behavior. Okay. So Ansible is using default behavior. What to do? What to do? So do we know any ways where I can change the behavior of Ansible? Anyways? Anyone?
Config file.
Yeah. So I'm going to change the config file. So if you want to change any behavior as such, so you can fix this issue by installing SSH program in the ARS and here also. But right now I'm not doing it. I'm changing the behavior of Ansible using Ansible CFG. Now the question is, where is Ansible CFG? So vi etc Ansible, it's not there actually. Let me check. cd etc and cd Ansible strange actually. So this file should be there and it's missing. I was not expecting this. So Ansible -h Ansible -v. Just hold on. Version -version. So see, this is the problem. So config file none. So config file is missing. No, this is my first time in my life with Ansible. I've seen after installing the Ansible, the config file missing, but no problem. Okay, no problem. I will create it. Okay, so touch etc. First I'll create a directory mkdir etc Ansible. You will not have to create it. I think some is problem with the installation section. So Ansible etc Ansible and config.cfg. Config.cfg. Touch let me check now if detected or not. Config file none. Just a minute. So the file should be there, but okay, sorry, this name is not this one, but it should be ansible.cfg. And now it has come. So guys, this file I have created is empty right now. Okay, now the question was, different question was how to solve this error. So how to solve this error? So there is a, I can copy that default CFG from the different site, but right now I just want to solve this error. So just to error this one, there is one entry which I am remembering: Ansible key host checking. This is a configuration. Okay, so yeah, so the inventory is, just a second, hold on. So if I go, this is variable I required. Okay, so vi etc Ansible ansible.cfg and enter host host key checking should be false. Okay, I just did this. Let me try. And okay, no section. So let me copy this example ansible.cfg, example ansible.cfg. That skeleton is missing actually. This is a, I'll just copy from the different machine. So when you install the fresh installation and the installation has no error, that file automatically will create. It has a 200 lines or something. So let me copy from some other machines in this case, because I don't want to spend time here. We have limited bandwidth. Root Rajesh123 IPA, IP address is 10. So new session 192.168.1.10. Root Rajesh123, and I'm copying more etc Ansible Ansible.cfg. So this is the file I needed, and it's a pretty long file, so I can't deal with such a long file. So what I'm doing, scp etc Ansible Ansible.cfg to root at the rate of 192.168.1.17 my ACS, and location the same one. Okay, enter. Yes, Rajesh123. I copied with the force. Now if I see etc Ansible Ansible.cfg, wonderful. Now there's one entry, there's a format for it. Okay, so now there's an entry which is called host key checking, which need to be here. This is the one. So here uncomment this file and I disable this equal to false. So that's okay. Now what to do now? So now you run this command and it should fix that issues. You will not have that issues which I had it. My installation had some problem and all. So done. Now there is a problem again. Okay, let's do that. Finally, then install this program. Yum install, and yes. So I showed you how to modify the Ansible behavior, but it's not taking up that one. So I just installed it to avoid that more troubleshooting. Okay, so now let's see that. So I'm doing what? Installing the Apache in the remote server. Remember, in fact, what I will do, SSH pass I will install in these machines also. It's installing actually. Just hold on for a second.
Yum will be locked actually because
Yeah.
actually you're locking the.
It's installing a HTTP, so that's the reason. Which HTTPD is not installed so far. Done. Okay, so you got this HTTP done, and now let's move on to the second code. Enter. Oh, what I did. Oh, by my mistake. Yeah, this is the right ACS. Clear the screen. Rajesh123. Done. And this is the last one. Rajesh123. Done. Now if you see that, let me go and verify which HTTPD you got it. Installation done, is it running? Yes, and the file is there in the var www html. Done. Can we access it? Curl http localhost and done. Welcome to DevOps. So now can I access it from outside? So 192 1.17 or 16 and I cannot access. The problem here is firewall. So what to do now? I will write one more here and the package name is firewall D and I'm going to stop it. Okay, I'm going to stop it. Stopped firewall D. So let's run this. Rajesh 123. I'm manually not doing it. I'm doing through Ansible. And now done. So these 4 ad hoc commands now can do things simple. Okay, these 4 ad hoc commands can do one remote machine or multiple remote machines separated by account. Are you understanding all of it?
Yes, sir.
I have one question about remote
So
machine.
let me add one more machine for the sake of demo, and the machine is 17. So both the machines I'm using as part of this now. And only check that both the machines is already done, by the way, just for the showing purpose. I'm just showing.
How are these machines connected to control?
Done. Okay, so guys, this is the one. Now you see that you keep
Hello.
increasing the number of machines, remote machines, and
I have one question.
yeah.
How are these machines connected to controller?
How are the machines connected? I did not understand.
So like this command you are sending it from, so this is command you are sending from controller to particular machine, right?
Right,
So
right.
how does it happen?
Okay, I don't have that answer. Anyone have that answer?
But we are using SSH here, right?
Right, yeah. This
Oh
is your
yeah, okay.
ACS, and using SSH you are connecting. Ansible is doing SSH for you.
Okay, okay.
Getting my point?
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so now this
I
is
think
also done, guys. Now
the
third thing,
connectivity protocol here is SSH, I guess.
yes, SSH. Default Linux to Linux SSH, Linux to Windows WinRM. You have to specify. Default is SSH. Okay, so how do we do the multiple remote machines using inventory? So guys, let me put it to the problems first. Tell me one thing. Would you really like IP address specify like this if you have hundreds of machines? Would you like?
No, no.
So that so that is where I have a solution for you, and the solution is inventory can be a file also. Yes, CMD I just now showed you, but it can be a file also. So what file? Inventory file. How to create? Let me create. So this is the 2 machines I have right now, right? So here inventory file. The file name can be, you can keep it anything, okay, anything, but uh, um, I keep it inventory so I can always remember. Many people keep the host files as well. Okay, so let me create one file vi inventory and these 2 machines, and it can be hundreds of machines over there. Now the question is, how do I change this? So change this, just specify the name of the file, that's all. Inventory, That's all. So that problem is also fixed. All this IP address is specified in inventory file. Call the inventory file and let me call this. Clear the screen. Rajesh 123. Done. Two machines, 1 and 2. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
This third scenario is
Yes.
also done. Now group one inventory. I said, right, I don't want to run everywhere. I just want to run only app server. So the question is, how do we create a group in inventory? So for that, very simple. Vi inventory, and this is the group. Curly braces, square bracket. Web is a group name, and this is the machines which you have. One more group I'll create, fake one, QA group. And here I'll say Raju 10 dot something like this. So tell me, Raju 1 is what? Anyone have idea? Raju 1 is what?
Host name.
Name.
So group always will be in a square bracket. So there is a two group, web group and QA group. Web has only 2 machines. QA has also 2 machines. It can be 2000 also. So if I want to, all means all machines, all the one which I was using, group name default group means all machine, but this time I want to only run QA. Okay, QA, and I want to show you the failure. So here what to do?
Sir,
Just
please, I don't follow you.
what is the confusion?
For Raju 1, I don't know what is it.
Which one?
In key groups.
QA group. Okay, this is the group. Here all of my inventories are there, but 5 machine belongs to the web server. This is the dev server or dev, production server, like that. It's a group name.
Okay.
I don't want to run all the machines. This module, the one, I don't want to run all machines. I want to run only on these 2 machines. So I group it in the inventory file. Are you getting my points?
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
So
asking
now
what is Raju actually.
Raju one, anyone have idea? What is a Raju one?
Is the host name?
Yeah, it's a host name, because you can use the IP address plus host name, both you can use it. So group name always in the square bracket. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So
Okay,
done.
boss.
Yeah. So now here, instead of all, I am going to make a QA group. It will fail because it was not a right IP address. Okay. Enter Rajesh 123. See here. This Raju one is not reachable. Okay. And another machine, other IP address is also fake. So this is also not reachable. But this time I'll do web, which is reachable. And you see here. Done. So this is a called grouping. This is the situation which I was talking about. Are you understanding, guys, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now you have learned how to work with ad hoc commands, and these ad hoc commands you can run in one machine, local machine, one remote machine, multiple remote machines, or specific group of remote machines. All this thing I cover. Now let's move on to playbook. What is the problem? The problem is, let me show you the problem rather than talking. The problem is, did you understand the problem now? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I think you understood the problem. So what to do? So that is where we have a
Yes. Automate.
playbook. So here, understand that Inventory solves the problem of the multiple IP address. Playbook will solve the problem of the multiple modules. Okay. So what is a playbook then? What is a playbook? So playbook first of all is a YAML file. It's a YAML file. That's a playbook. It's a YAML file. It contains play. Now then you will say, okay, fine. What is play then? What is play? So play, I'll not complicate too much. Play has two things. One is host, and here it will say be group, and here you will have a tasks. Now this group you understand, right? The group, the same group I was talking about in inventory. So you will say, okay, the play, each play will have a two inventory at least, host and tasks. And here you will write a group name, which is mentioned in inventory. So what will be the task? The task will be nothing but a module one. Oh, sorry, module one and its parameter. That's all. So that is a one task. This is one task. Each. This is another task. There's another task. There's another task. Like this. So this is your play in YAML format. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah.
Now the question is, how do we write it? What format? So I'll just copy paste from my site. It'll be easier for me. So Ansible playbook example. The Ansible, yeah, this one you have to learn actually. YAML, that is important. Okay. I'm looking for one example. Match the discussion. This is YAML file. So based on the discussion, I would like you to tell me how many play we have in this.
Two play.
Think simple again. How many play you have? Okay, anyone will tell me how many tasks you have? Task?
Two tasks.
No.
Task only we have one, but we have three plays.
No.
You have free tasks.
See, I told you task means under the task section. So one task, two tasks, three tasks. How many play? I told you each play will have one host, one tasks section. So you see, all together is one play, right?
Yeah, one task. Yeah.
One play which is contained in the playbook. Make sense?
Yes.
Now you'll say, Rajesh, you just copy paste the code, but I don't know how to write this code. So actually the fun part is you don't have to write this code. Copy paste the code. From where? This page you remember, right?
Yes.
Go to the
Not-
bottom section and see here. This is the pseudocode. If you know, copy. Same thing I did in the YAML specification. That's only you have to learn YAML. Getting the things is easier. Okay. So every modules at the bottom section, you will see copy paste. You should know logic. Blindly you cannot copy. Whichever you required, this is for uninstallation. This is for installing two tools, HTTPD and HTTPD tools. This is for installing and also testing and enabling the repo of testing. So like that. This is specific version installations. Are you understanding, all of you? This is the upgrading all this. Yum update you can do it.
Yes.
So this is the way I did this. 3 tasks I copied from the yum and copy, and last one service. These are the things I copied from here. So like that you will copy from all the places based on your requirement, and that's your playbook. So all of you understood what is a playbook then now?
Yes.
Let me copy. Now the next question is how to run it. So running is easy also. Vi play, any name you can give it, that's not a problem. Or playbook one dot YAML and paste it. Done. Okay. And here Ansible playbook. Remember, Ansible is no command ad hoc commands. Now you have to use same thing. Everything is same actually. Utility you have to change. Ansible playbook, and rest of the things will be same. All inventory. All not needed because you specify here web. So inventory file, module name is not needed. Why? Because here will come this one. So now your command, see the beauty of Ansible. Here you can specify all list of IP address, and in this playbook you specify all list of tasks, and let the playbook run with this permission. It's so easy now. Hundreds of tasks you can run in hundreds of machines with this only one command. Do you think it's powerful, right?
It is.
Yes. One
So
small question in the task section where it says Ansible.built-in. So it changes for plugin if you have external plugin for new tasks or something.
Plugin you cannot run in. Remember that again, you going against the concept. Plugin basically is a feature of Ansible itself. So do you really want to run inside ARS? No, plugins cannot be running inside ARS. It's a feature. For example, I'll put it in this way. Feature means what? So feature means what you want, this variable which is coming, you want to do some regular expression or something. So probably you will use some of the features, lookup feature, this, that, and all, and you will process it first and then send it to the ARS. So those are the features. As connection type is a feature, reading the playbook is feature, reading the right YAML validation is feature. All these are features. Many features are inbuilt. Many features you can what? You can install it also. I mean, many plugins you can install it. Make sense?
Okay.
To process this request, you may use plugins, but this task should be processed in ACS, and then in this format only it should be sent to ARS. Then only it will run. Understanding?
Okay.
Okay, so now let's do this. So the last command which I'm going to run it is playbook. Where is that? Here it is. And up Rajesh 1 2 3. Done. See the music, everything. So many tasks, so many IP address, you are able to automate. So this is
How
called
do you check
playbook.
logs for the playbook run?
Which one?
For the playbook run, how do you check the logs? Same
Uh,
hyphen
this
VB
is
you do?
the log. This is the log. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you can make it
Uh,
verbose as
how
See,
do we
remember one
direct?
thing, Ansible is not a application sort of like some like Apache or something. No. It's just utility. So if you want to capture the output, there is a ways to do that, and that you can find out here, capturing the all the input output somewhere. So these are the I told you how to increase the verbose mode and store the file. Let me, I doubt actually you have it. No, you don't have it. So you can, what you can do if you really want it, something like this, you can pipe, you can use. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. What is the next
Like for
question?
schedule, if there is something scheduled, then you would want to know at later point of the time what has happened. So for that purpose, what happened to the executions?
What happens to? Yeah, yeah. That we have a tower. I mean, you can use. Okay. If you see, right now you are running this command using manually. But you know what? This command you will not run it just like that. Uh, you'll run it with the Jenkins. You'll run it with a tower, so that all the logs will be stored in a Jenkins or tower, so that you can see that. Okay.
Hi Rajesh, sorry to ask you again. Can you tell me in brief about playbook?
What is that?
Playbook. Can you tell me in
That's what
brief?
I said. You missed this.
Uh, yeah, just in the class.
So playbook is nothing but a collections of play, and each play you have a two specification at the high level, and host and task. Host will specify the group name of the inventory. Task, which is nothing but the module name and sprite. Yeah. Okay. So this is,
One more question about the playbook. So you mentioned that ideally we should have one playbook inside one YAML file. That's how it should be.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now next thing is, okay, so we understood the playbook. Now next thing I'm thinking, what else? What else you'll have? So in the playbook, what are the things you may have in playbook? So in playbook, you may have a multiple thing. One thing which I can recall immediately, and that is called variables. Okay, variables. In the playbook, you have templates. In playbook, you have handler and all. So these are the things which you have in the playbook. So before talking about this, I would like to cover one more thing, and that is problems. One problem. So let me show you the problems, and then you will tell me, did you really feel the problem or not? So this is my playbook, okay, and this is my tasks. Did you feel the problem?
Yes.
What is the problem?
These are repetitive tasks which could be
No,
time
this is
related.
no, not repeated. Tell me, anyone else?
Sorry, what
Anyone
was the
else
question?
felt the problem? See, I
Too
had a one
much to
problem.
write.
What is that?
Too much to write.
Too much to write. I mean, of course, you have to write too much, because in real time, you'll not have a four task. You'll have a 400 task. But the question is, 400 task, I'm having it. but did you feel some pain here?
Sir,
There is some repetitive here, right? Like say,
No, I repeat, these are assume that these are the different tasks, 400 tasks.
Okay.
So what is the pain?
sir,
Yeah, tell me.
for yes, if one task fail, but it don't running with all tasks.
Wonderful. Yes, one of the use cases. See, I feel the pain because the first problem is like I am running 500 tasks using my playbook, and if one fail, I have to run all again. Troubleshooting difficult to troubleshoot, and again I want to run single file, I mean, let's say I want to run only 10-20 modules, then it's very difficult to do that through the one playbook. Correct? Difficult to debug actually where the problem. Okay, it's a YAML file again. So see, have you heard about the modular programming? Anyone? Modular programming.
yeah.
So so instead of putting 500 tasks in one file, let's create a modules actually, modular programming. That means what I'm going to do is very simple way. You understand the pain area at least, but right, all of you? All of you?
Yes,
So the
sir.
pain area here is to write multiple times, right? The same thing.
Troubleshooting
No,
the
that's not a pain area. Pain area is managing the large playbook which has a too many tasks. Too many tasks. That's a pain area. You are keeping everything in one bucket. Again, if you'll compile everything, you have to compile everything. You have to test, debug everything. You want to modify everything, you have to. That is a problem area. Modular programming, we call it.
Okay.
What do you do in order to? So let's say you have these are the 500 tasks. So what will do? Nothing. Just let's convert into two playbook. Here there is a one task will be running here and here. Done. So here playbook number 1, playbook number 2. Are you understanding now what I did?
yeah.
So that
Divided
was a
them
very
into
simple. That was a very simple thing. Nothing great I did. So here I'll create a play1.yaml and this is the play2 YAML. play2. That was a very simple task. But the question is, how do I call it these two YAMLs? That's the question. So you have to decide whether you want, think simple. You want to call this one from this one, or you want to call from the some other file which is master. So vi master.yaml. Okay, and here I'll just use my copy paste include. I will this tutorial has a complete detail. Okay, you can look at it offline when you practice. So where is my include? This one. So yeah. So what is a playbook? So here 1, 2. What is the file name? Play1, play2, right? Master play1 play2, and now I will call master.yaml, and this master.yaml will call play1 and then play2. So this way you can control master.yaml and execute the only playbook which you want. Here, understood all of you now?
yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Now we'll say, Rajesh, I don't want 2 playbook. I don't want 2 playbook or 10 playbook. what I want to have a tasks file. Tasks file means this is a playbook. This is a playbook. But what you want, you say, I want to have all the tasks mentioned in one file. Only tasks. Only tasks. Let me create a task file first. So here, how to create a task file? Only tasks. vi tasks.yaml. Any file name can be anything, by the way. And here you have created 2 tasks, right? It can be 2000 tasks also. This is the task file. So now then you will say, Rajesh, I want to call this task file only in this. Okay, how do I call it? So for that, you have to include at the task level here. Okay, so let me create here and include the task. It should be task format. Remember, it should be task. What is the task file name? I forgot. It's the task. Yeah. Now you see here, you can call this in the master.yaml. You can include the 2 playbook, but here this playbook you can include this at a task level. Task file you can also include. So what I'm trying to tell you, you can manage the complexity of the project in this way. So you should not write every task in one file. Create a modular programming. Let's say keep the database task in one separate playbook, web task in separate playbook, this task in separate playbook. And if you don't want to create a playbook, because playbook you will have a host entry also, you can call the task also. You can keep it a separate task file also, and that way you can manage. Now this skill is depends on you. No one can tell you what should be done. This is your management skills, and the way you organize the things, that will define what kind of structure you want. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
So it's up to you. So let me do this here, and vi tasks file, calling task file YAML, paste it, do it, and here change this file. So I'm teaching you just organization skill. That's all. Okay. Then there is some problem. The problem is malformed. Let me see. Service. There's a problem here actually. Now what is the problem? Okay, the problem is here. YAML problem. So how to fix it? How to fix it? It should be colon. Okay. So little bit of YAML understanding is required for that. So this one, if you see, then this one, this is wrong line. I will update this. Okay. This is a wrong line, or maybe okay. This is not wrong line because I've tried this code too many times. Maybe the latest version of, maybe I'm just guessing. Let me check. This is include. This is included. This is a play. This is one play. This is one play, and no, this is wrong line actually. Okay, so I will correct this. It should be colon actually. Okay, so what? Yeah, this is the one. Run it, and this is the one. Done. So how do we create a modular programming? Now you understood. Now next thing which I'm going to talk about is this one. So playbook, you may have a variables. Okay, playbook, you may have a variables. Now I would like to show you some code directly instead of writing line by line. and run it directly. Okay, so how do you specify variables? It's very simple though. So for that, I need to search Ansible example. Now, this is the one code which is answer for every variables in playbook. So, okay, here. So you can specify variables in playbook directly, but there is a variable files also you can create it, and that also you can include in playbook. In fact, at the task level, if you want to include the variable, you can use the tools. You can pass the variables values using user input also. Okay, so these are the options available. So let me show you the how to embed the variables. So this is the playbook. Are you comfortable with this, all of you? Playbook, all of you?
Yes.
Now here,
Yes.
if you want to pass the variables, then vars section will come. I did not cover earlier because multiple things are there, a lot of things are there. So this is the one playbook, okay? Because hosts are there, no? Play. And here you have tasks. So here we have var section also. Now YAML, of course, you will take care of it, YAML specification. So there is a variable, my name, Rajesh Kumar. I am only 18 right now, okay? So trust me on that. So my age is 18, and package name here, instead of hard coding everywhere, the package name STTPD and all, I created a variable package name STTPD, and then here service name. So here I created 4 variables and the value embedded in the playbook only. This is what I was saying. Hey, you can embed the variable in the playbook directly. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now the question you will ask then, Rajesh, how can we use this variable in the tasks? So here, just remember, see here. You look at this task, the only one which I selected, or probably you can look at this one. Understood? Curly braces and the variable name. Simple. Understood?
Yes.
All of you?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now these variables you can use just like this. Okay. So now if you want to print this variable, there is one module called debug module. Okay. Do you have debug module? Copy module, starting module. Here it's a debug module. See here. So you can print this here. See, this is the easier one. Look at this. So debug module you can use, and message parameter and the variable name and variable name. Make sense, guys, all of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now I said, you see, sometime what happens, you get irritated from the variables. It's all a management problem, okay? I'm not teaching you any skills special. I'm teaching you how to manage the resources. So let's say if there is a variables, the 4 variables, okay, manageable. But if you have hundreds of variables, what you will do? 200 variables, what you'll do? So keeping in the playbook is not a good idea, because playbook, if you have a task and all, it will be good. So what to do in this case? So you can read this line. So you can declare the variable in the external files also. Okay, now you'll ask, Rajesh, how can you do that? So let me copy this variable, okay, and create one file. What is the file name I use? Let me see that. Where is the file? You see anywhere the file at this is the vars.yaml. So copy this here, vi vars.yaml, and you can embed that all the variables in the, what do you say, external var files also. Now this I'll do little bit of modification in where, var file. Okay, and my age is just while talking to you I reduce one more year because that is correct. Okay, so this I can validate, I can verify. Let's say if you have hundreds of variables, so it's not good practice to put it in a playbook. So what I'll do, I'll put it in a variables file. Now the question you'll ask, Rajesh, okay, fine, I declare the variable files separately. How do I call it? Here it is. Here it is. Now then you'll say, Rajesh, you are declaring the variable in the same variable in the playbook, and you are declaring the same variable in the var files also. So which value will take precedence? Do you have this question? All of you?
Yes.
So that is your project. I will not answer this. You know, in Ansible, there are 35 different places of variables we can define, out of which in playbook, I think 6 to 7 ways, which I'll teach you right now. I'm teaching you. You have to tell me which precedence is higher, which precedence is lower. This is a project, I'll send it to you offline in through WhatsApp. Okay, so this is the second way. Also, you can add the external files. Then you say, Rajesh, for the entire playbook, I want to use some global variable, but for some task label, I want to add some variable files. How do I do that? So here is, look at this, read. Use variable using include vars into task in playbook. How? So go to the task here and see that, do we have any variables file included? Here it is. Yes, you can include the variables as a task label also. The scoping will be at the task level. Again, anyways, that you have to decide that which will be having highest percentage. So I'll create these variables file, okay, task variables, and copy the same variables. Okay, and here this is, I am in tasks. Okay, and save it. So yes, this is the third way you can add the task level. Then you'll say, Rajesh, sometime I need user interactions. So I want the prompt to be given. So user should get a prompt, and that variable values I want to use. So how to enable the prompt in Ansible? So do you see this part? This is the part
Yes.
of vars prompt. So vars prompt is a one section. This will create a section. This will prompt you and give you message prompt with this message. Which version do you want to store? And whatever you type, it will be set in the variables value version. And private no means that whenever you type, it should be visible, not visible. If I said private no means it should be visible. So here this version, if you see that, you are using somewhere here. You are just displaying that here. Debug module to display the variables out. Okay, so this is one more. Now then you will say, Rajesh, I want to run task. This is the one task. This is one task. This is one task. This is one task. This is one task. So you are saying, Rajesh, I want to capture the output of this task. Listen to me carefully. You say there is some noise coming from someone. I think. Mute yourself. I'll just mute everyone. So those who wants to speak, it unmute yourself. Yeah. So then you say, Rajesh, I want to run this task. It's okay, but whatever the output of this task, I want the results should be stored in the variable. I repeat, results. So how do I do that? That is where you have to use register. Register how? Let me show you here. See, this is one task. Do let me know if you understood this task or well or not. Tell me.
Yes,
Are
understood.
you able to understand this task?
Yes.
So what this task will do, find out the one txt file in the current directory, and the current directory is set here. Okay, all of you, it's a shell module. Shell module means it's a built-in module, shell module.
Yeah.
Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
And you know what? This output of this task stored in the find output. So now if you want to see the output, find output, if you want to see the sum line of the find output, or this. So this is the array, this you can understand, this is a full variable. This is a key, this is a variable dot key. This is the variable key, and this is an index. I'll tell you, I'll show you this, it'll be easy for me. Yeah, so now output I'm not able to see because of verbose. Verbose is less. What is this? So see output, see here, these all are output. See, are you able to see that? So fast. Yeah, see that this is the output. See, in this is the machine changed, this is the output. So what you are trying to get, whatever the output, std output lines, where is this? Can you locate this std output lines? So for example, I'm not able to locate that output lines. Okay, output line means everything. So here std lines, where is that? It will be, if you search, actually you'll get it. For example, it can be, for example, it can be std output dot innovation dot module args dot attributes. This is the value, or dot destination, this is the value. Are you able to understand this? Something like that. Hello?
Can you repeat this one more time?
See here, this is the, whatever the run has happened, I'll show the demo anyways, but whatever the run has happened, it will show you some output for this task, correct?
Yes, we are storing it in find out.
Find out, and find out, the output will be something like this, something like this. Okay, now how do you read this? So if you want to entirely display, then do this one, but you want to see only attribute test is equal to this one, then you have to dot dot dot, and you have to use this.
Oh, okay, okay. It's like accessing JSON properties.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, dictionary is a dictionary actually. Okay,
Okay.
key and value, key and
Okay.
value. Okay, so this is the things. So now these are the ways in which you have variables in playbook. So I created all the files, and there's some file, text file I'll create it also just for the successful demo. So Raju 1.txt, I'll just touch it. Okay, Raju 2.txt, Raju 3.txt. That's all. 3 text file I created. So this command should not fail. And I embedded vars.yaml. Vars.yaml is here. and index.html is there, service is okay, this is there or not, taskbar is I created, here, yeah, good to go. So now let me run this file which has all the examples, ci vi vars.yaml file, oh no, vars play.yaml files, and done. Now you know what I'm going to do, and that is the file name was was.play here. Okay, done. Now theoretically, see SSH password. Now you see here, first thing, look at the logic. First thing, these are the set has happened. This is a prompt, which version and all. So here I am running. Which version you want to install? So 55555. Now you see that. See, I'm not going to talk about the precedence because that's your project actually, and you will do that. Then only you will come to know. Okay, else you'll not come to know. Let's do this one by one. Let's review. See here. See, this is the installing task, which is here done. Variable is being used. Copy task is also done. Starting the task, variable use done. Printing is okay. Printing I want to show. This is the printing. So what is my name? So my name is Rajesh Kumar. Remember, I had a file. My name was Rajesh Kumar here, but which one you use, I don't know. You have to find out scoping. So this is the Rajesh Kumar, and my age is 18. Sweet 18. Okay, and then which one is this? This is done, and version. So version 555, right? This is this. See here. Okay, and after that, this is the output of this one. Oh, I made a mistake. Did you understand this? What mistake? Because my directory was this one. So that is the reason you have a problem. Understood, all of you? So this directory is not available. So what should I do? pwd, which is root. So go to now it should be okay. Done. So let's go one by one. This is fatal error in one server. Okay, this is the right error because I'm created in the only one server those files. So that's genuine. This is the done. Okay. Now you see that this is the all output. You want to see the debug, find output. So see output you want to see, and here it is. See, this is the output. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Now the command output, that means this output. So if you see that here, std out, here it is. This output. Remember I created Raju1, Raju2, Raju3, right? And it's in
Yes.
line if you want to see. Now you want to read this. So what you'll do, find output dot std out, or no, find output dot std lines, and this is the 0 index, 1 index, 2 index. Okay, this is the string by the way. But if you want to each line, here it is. So this is what I'm saying. You want to give the full line or only 1 0. This is the 0. It's this is the list actually. See the square bracket. If it is a dictionary, it will be curly braces. This is the dictionary. Key value, key value, key value. But this is the list. Correct now?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, can you go back to this where you have highlighted register, the other screen? So, whatever is being printed out, we we are copying it in the find output.
Yeah, output of
Load
this
to the
command will be stored in the
it's
find.
yes. Okay.
Okay. So this is the way you can use the variables in template. Now, next thing is, what is a template? So template means what? So think simple, okay? Think simple. I'll show you the one problems and then you'll understand. The problem is, the problem is, this URL you can use for the learning purpose. A lot of tutorials you have over there. So this is easier for me and you also. Okay. Tell me one thing. Are you comfortable with this code, all of you? All of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're comfortable, you know what I am doing? This is a variable name. My name is Raj. My name is Don sometime. So if I specify this debug variable, which you know that using the debug module, here you can display any message on the console. But what I want actually, what I'll do, I'll just hold on. This is the new task I'm adding, and here that means my name will be displayed here on the console. I can use anywhere in the playbook, but you know what, my name I want to use it inside this file. I want to display this file. So can I go ahead and change this file? So vi index.html, think simple, okay? And my name is, agree with me all of you?
Yeah.
Same way, this is the same way we used to display in the playbook, correct? Now so save it and template vi temp.yaml, save it and temp, enter Rajesh 123. I want to see that whether Rajesh Kumar has come up a variable. So on this console, see change has happened. So console I see Rajesh Kumar. But if I go to the IP address, whether interpolation has happened or not? Happened or not? Tell me.
Update.
Think and tell me. I said interpolation for variable has happened or not? All of you?
No, it just call.
So here I was expecting Rajesh Kumar, but it did not happen. Correct,
Yeah.
no? This, see, my name is Rajesh Kumar, and I in front of you only I modify the code. Focus, focus, focus. Here index.html, see that. Here it should be display my name, Rajesh Kumar. That means interpolating the file is not happening. So what to do now? What to do now? That is where, you know what, copy is not required, because Ansible will not interpolate variables inside a file. I repeat, Ansible will not interpolate the file inside a file. So what to do? So for that, what to do? So we have to use template module. That's what I was talking about. You have to use this module. This module. Module name template. What is the source? What is the destinations? So destination is of course index.html. And what is the source? So when you use the template module, this file has to be Jinja file actually. Now what is a Jinja? This is one more assignment you can take up on it, note of it. Jinja concept is in Python actually. You can find out this Jinja concept. So this file has to be in Jinja file G2 and this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this index.html cp index.html2 index.html.j2. That's all. Nothing great you have to do. Just rename it because this module read only Jinja file. So source is Jinja and output is index.html. And now if I run this whole code vi temp insert paste save temp Rajesh 123. See, template module has been executed. Rajesh Kumar, and here, understood now? What is the template?
Yeah.
So guys, you have to think where you can use the template. I repeat one more time. Variables interpolations cannot happen in the file, inside of files used in Ansible. So for that, if you want to do that, variable interpolation in the files used in that Ansible, then you have to use template. All of you clear? Hello?
Yeah.
So guys, this is a template. Now next thing which is I'm going to talk about is handler. What is handler? I want to talk about it. So here this code only I'll show you what is handler and then accordingly we'll get into it. So guys, tell me one thing. Very simple question I'm asking. In this logic, see, all of you think simple and then tell me. Do we required here? Okay, think and tell me. I will ask you few questions. So let's say if HTTPD server is not running, so this module will do what? It will do what?
It will start it.
Okay, wonderful. Let's say if it is already running, then it will do what?
It will do nothing.
We
Just
start
add the status already start.
Wonderful.
We'll skip.
It will skip, correct? That is what, if you see the output here, see here. Okay, okay, skipping. Okay, okay. But here it was changed, so changed. So think simple. Not every time you want to start the services. Okay, not every time you want to start the services.
Sometime you want to start the services, it some specific changes. So now think simple. If I say started, then what will happen if this changes is required to start? Then it will not restart actually. But you say, Rajesh, what is the big deal? Instead of started, you just see restarted. But guys, sometimes the changes that's not required to be restarted. But in this case, every time it will restart. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do we deal with it? I want for some what I'm trying to say, for some task, I want the restart to happen. But for other task, I don't want to restart to happen. So how do you control this behavior? That is what I'm trying to talk about right now. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
And that is where the handler is very handy actually. So then you'll say, what is a handler then? Nothing. Handlers are tasks. Let me show you. This is your handler. This is the task. This is the task. Nothing great. Here, you all the task you put it in the task, but handler also has a tasks. Then you will say, Rajesh, okay, here you said restarted. So if handler is handler also contain the task, so would it run every time? The answer is no. Handler task will not run. I repeat, handler task will not run when you call this playbook. Then you'll say, Rajesh, how can I run then? How can I run the handler task? So it's a conditional. So see the logic here, very simple. Here you install the Apache. Here you copy the file. For that, for this file, there was no requirement for restart. So started is there. But you know here what you are doing. Can you tell me what you are doing this code? Can you tell me what you are doing?
You're copying the file content from source to destination with including the variable values.
Something. So here I am modifying the configuration of Apache. So think simple. When you are modifying the configuration of Apache, of course you need a restart, right? Correct now?
Yes.
So here logic is very simple. I want to copy some static file, no restart required. I want to modify the configuration of the tools, restart required. What to do? Now, if there is a change, please understand that. If there is a change here, change means, when I say change means, this change. So if some modification happens, then notify this one. And what is that?
That's the handler.
See that? That's the handler. That means, I repeat, please again understand that. Handlers is a section in playbook. Handlers contain tasks, will not execute by default. But if the moment the task, calling task, has changes detection and you are calling it using notify, then what will happen? If the change is true, then it will run. If change is not true, this will not run. Make sense? Make sense, guys, all of
So
you?
the notify, this tag is only for changed. If something has
Yeah.
changed, then only it will trigger.
Then only, yes. Change means like this. Not okay. Okay is no change.
What other states task has changed and apart from changed and okay?
Only changed. Change or not change. Something. Huh? Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
So guys, this is the handler. So let me run it in front of you. You get a little bit of visibility of this. So vi hand dot yaml, and I'm not modifying this one. What do you say? I'm not modifying this config file. Okay. So hand, right? Okay. Here, I'm not a modifying handler. I'm not nothing modified. So you see that here, logic, installation happened, copy is happening, change has detected here. What is this failing actually? Okay. This file is not there. So here, yeah, guys, can you mute yourself? I know you like these songs, but actually, right now session is going on. Okay, so this
Does that
file.
mean we need a break?
No. We'll continue actually. Actually, I have to go to looking for my next place. So I have some appointment with agent. So I don't want so sorry about that. You'll just have to struggle for it. So
Yes, no problem.
so I was, and again this topic is very huge actually. I'm trying to cover all the important topics,
Okay.
so you're not stuck. But again, if you go in each and every topics, at least it's like a 40 hours of program. But you don't need that. You don't get scared. Don't need to study too much. Just little bit of practice every day. Okay, so I was doing something. So this program is failing because this file is not available. So what I will do, this file, I will just copy cp to copy. This file is existing in the, if you know the tool Apache, then it's very easy for you to understand. Okay, so now let me rerun one more time. Rajesh 123. And you see here, the thing has happened. You see, look at this handler task restarting Apache server. Is it called? No. Last one's template, it was okay, no changes. Did you understand that, all of you? But now I'll do the changes. What changes? So here I'll go in the template file, which I just now copied, which is this one. I'll modify 80 port to 81. Change port. Where is this to change port? See here, listen, 80 to 81. And there is a changes in configuration. And if there is a change in the configuration, we should notify to do restart. Then only it will take effect. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So now I did this, rerun this code. Rajesh 123. And look at this flow. I have notifications after the change template. Okay. So here template is a see change detection. Now you see calling the restarting the Apache server. Change has happened and restart. I mean, see that it's not accessible on what 80 port, and got it. This is not happened because that variable was missing. So understood, all of you guys? 81 port.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you understood the templates also, variables also, handlers also. So now next thing is, which is a very important thing, and which is the last thing here, is what is a role? What is role? So guys, what is a role? Very important topic, by the way. Okay, please focus only for some more times. What is role? So guys, you will understand the role. Please hear me out. You will understand the role only and only if your mind is very good in terms of managing the things. If your mind is very good in terms of managing the things. Okay, what is the role then? Well, not complicate with your complex definition. Role is a directory structure. That's all. Directory structure. But you'll say then for what? So for giving best practices of how to keep a tasks, variables, files, template, and one thing I'm missing, handlers. All topics I have covered. Do you know the tasks, right? All of you, don't you?
Yes.
Variables,
Yes.
template, and handler. Files means any files. Let's say script, some script file which you're using. How to manage it properly. How to organize properly. How to organize basically. So this structure is global structure, worldwide. Everyone follow this structure. Nothing great. You can have your own structure, by the way. But right now, I'm not teaching you that you will learn automatically how to manage your stuff and all. But this is the role is the global structure. That means what Ansible says, hey, listen, we are lakhs of engineers are working on this, and we don't want to write the same code again and again. Please hear me out. We don't want to write the same code again and again. For example, installing Java, installing Tomcat, installing Apache, installing XYZ, installing Jira. So these are the repetitive tasks. Nothing great about it. So do we need to write each, let's say 20 lakhs people are using Ansible in their environment. So are they going to write 20 lakhs people are going to write Apache playbook? No, it's not good practice. So Ansible says, hey, listen, let's follow the fixed directory structure for everything. And any code, any playbook code which you write in this structure, other people can use it easily. Other people can use it easily. And that's called role. Are you able to understand, all of you?
Okay.
So now then you will say, Rajesh, okay, fine. Then how do we create a role and how do we run the role? How do you organize this, all these task vars, files, template, and handlers? How do we do that? So for that, it's very simple thing. First, let's create a directory structure. How do I create a directory structure? Let me create in front of you. So here I'll go to VI, I'll go to my role and CD my role. There's a directory I'm creating, fresh one. And here I'm creating one role. How to create a structure? Ansible Galaxy init web. And you see here, this is the web created tree. No, web I am installed tree -y. Not so, but okay, it's taken actually. Done. So here tree, see, match this, match with this discussion. Tell me one thing, where do you keep the task file? Do you have answer or not? Where you are supposed to keep the task file? Answer, yeah, you got it? Hello?
Yes.
Do you know the
Yes.
location where you should store all the variables?
Yes.
Do you know
The
where you
vars.
should store all the scripts and all files?
Yep.
Do you know where to keep the G2 file, .g2 template file?
Yes.
Yes.
And do you know where to store the handlers tasks?
Yeah.
I think you know that. So if you know that, that's all. This is a structure. This is a management structure. This is a way to manage your complex project. And also, if you share this role with someone else, They will easily understand where's the task file, where's the vars, where's the files, where's the template, where's the handlers, blah blah blah, and sharing will be easy. So you develop a role. I will use it with each, no problem. So now let's do that. So here, guys, this is the code which we have. Okay, this is the code which we have. Okay, so this code is containing, just a second, let me see that. Everything, we have everything. Okay, so see this code. This is a wonderful code, I got it. So here you have variables, here you have a tasks, here you have a handler, here you have a template, and anything else. Here you have files, everything you have it. So let's do that. The first thing, keep the file index.html in the files directory. So I will just go back, okay, and cp index.html to my role web and files. Wonderful. Now this is done, and handler is this file. So cp http my role web templates. Wonderful. Now this is done. Now there is a variables. This is the variables, right? This is a variables. Two variables I'm using. Okay. So vi my role web vars main.yaml and copy paste. Done. Variables. Yeah, YAML. The only thing is like you have to study YAML. Okay, and variables. Where is the task? Remember, this is a task. Don't copy this. Okay, so this is a tasks. So vi tasks main.yaml and tasks. Copy paste. That's all. And last one, handlers. Handler task. So this is a handler and main.yaml and task. Did you find any difficulties updating the files roles? Tell me, all of you. Hello,
Sorry, what was the question?
did you find difficulties updating and creating a roles now?
No.
So
No.
whatever the files I had, I just placed it in the right place. Files, template, variables, tasks, handlers, and this, it was given by them. Are you understanding now?
Yes.
That's all. So now the question is, how do we call the role instead of how do we call the roles instead of playbook? So now we'll have a one file which is typically we call it site.yaml. You can keep it anything, but industry we all follow the site.yaml concept. And the site.yaml, what you're going to do is create a playbook. Okay, I'll just modify this one. Okay, so here this is the one. I don't need this. I don't need this. And here name web, and here will be roles. This is here. That's all. So here, instead of calling the task or something, here you'll call a roles web and copy role web. It's in local, okay? And this host is also web. Role name is also web, which I keep it here. Directory structure, see here. Web and more site.yaml. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
So what to do now? Nothing. Great. You have to call this site.yaml. Inventory file I have to copy, by the way. Done. So everything we have it. Here you have a role. I mean, basically it's a playbook calling the role. This is the role in inventory. And that's how you manage the complexity of the large site. See that? Everything is done. So what is the role you understood, guys? Right? All of you? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Rajesh. Yeah. Yes.
Now I'll tell you the magic. Okay. So now let me revise this whole stuff. I told you what is Ansible. Why do we need it? How to install it? Other tools also. Then I started working with explaining you the component of Ansible, which includes like Ansible modules, plugins, config file, executable, inventory, playbook, ad hoc commands, and how parameters and all stuff like that, and how to write a playbook, how to run playbook, how to work with variables, templates, handlers, files, and then finally role, and how to run the roles. But if you have understood, I don't know how many of you have understood, but if you have understood all these things, that's where you will start enjoying. How? If I tell you don't have to write even one lines of playbook, and all this playbook has been written already, how do you feel? All the global playbook means not for your product, but for the all a generic playbook has been written. So how do you feel?
Quite happy.
All of you will feel happy? Yes, guys, that's true. More than 4,000 roles has been written by the community. Now the question is, where do you get it? Where do you access it? So you can access it free of cost at Galaxy. Yes, this is the same command I used, if you recall, to create a role actually structure. Where is that? Somewhere here. So Ansible Galaxy is a website actually. What you find here? So basically you will find a lot of roles and plugins also. Okay, these are the
Can you show
categories.
the command one more time? The where you created the structure. So for this command, is it embedded with Ansible by default?
Yeah, this is utility. No, you install Ansible, so you got so many utilities. One of the utility I use
Okay, okay.
Ansible. I use Ansible Playbook. I use Ansible Galaxy. Just now I use. There are few more utilities like Ansible Doc, Ansible Pull, Ansible Vault, and all. So yeah, many utilities are there when you install Ansible. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the place. So now let's say I'm very lazy person and I want to write. I have a requirement. My manager said, Rajesh, you write a playbook, role, basically role, and which will install the Java in all Linux variant, no matter what. Now it's like a too much of work. I had to install all these VMs. Imagine the work first. All this, let's say 20 VMs, 10 operating system, Ubuntu, CentOS, Fedora, this, that, you have to install it first. Second thing, what you have to do? Second thing you have to do is like write a playbook for different platform, and then you have to test it. You have to convert the roles and give it to. It might take 2-3 days actually, huge task. But now within a 2 minutes you can use it. So let's search for it. I want Java. And here you see that hell lot of plugins has been written. I mean modules, sorry, roles has been written. Okay, you see that this guy IBM has written this one. Neuralink agent has been. So hell lot of things. Category tags, number of downloads, which version, lots of documentations and all. So I'm looking for something which has a lots of what do you say, rating. So type download. So these are small download. I want the large download because that way we can test. Java install. So you have to do little research. I think search engine has been changed actually. No problem. I'll just go for development. I'm going for the categories wise, okay? And here I'm searching Java or JDK. So this module I like it because of number of download, and this guy I know that, okay? So Gilling guy, he's written a very good rules for all of us. So last imported 2 months back, support all this stuff. Click on it here. You see here all the minimum installation 2.9. I think I have it. I think I have it 2.9. Correct now? What was the version of Ansible? Anyone have a memory?
2.11.
11.
Correct now, yeah. So I think it's correct. 2 days ago, last commit. This guy is very active actually. Number of download, quality scores, everything is okay. Which are the operating systems? These are the operating systems. These are the versions and blah blah blah. So how do I install it? This I download, copy, and run it. I can trust this guy because of number of download. Others you have to validate also. Now you see that it's downloading and it downloaded to where? Look at this locations. So this is a default location actually for the storing the roles. This is a default location. Ansible knows that location very well. Don't need to worry about it. So what is the name of the role? Girling.guy.java. Okay, you can go and check this code. By the way, this code is you can find in the GitHub also. So somewhere this is the GitHub URL. If you have issues in this, you can create a ticket here. All this thing. If you look at this here, this is the one of the best. See here, you have a default, task, template, vars, meta. All these things is there. Meta will contain the information about the roles, who has written copyright statement and dependencies and all. Okay, so how do I use it? Nothing. I have to do that. Girling guy site.yaml. See, I did nothing. Not even one line of code I have written, and just I'm using the one of the stable. What do you say? Stable code. Java is installed. See, it's not installed in front of you. And oh, sorry. I rerun that command by mistake. Was supposed to run this playbook. Enter. And Rajesh 123. And see, Java is being installed in my machine. I don't care. I just use it blindly. And I know that the roles is very stable, that code, and so on. So guys, did you understand the Ansible? All of you?
Yes.
So it's easy if you little practice. Only the things which will irritate you is YAML. So I would request first spend some time, because I know YAML, so I just was fearless copying and pasting and modifying the files, but you have to just know. And see, work is done. Java is installed. So guys, this is your Ansible. So what you're going to do? So you're going to write a rules basically. For what? For your product deployment. That is the work you have to do. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, so I'll share that assignment and projects at the end of the day through WhatsApp. By the way, guys, people are not contributing in assignment and projects, so that's not a good thing. If you don't practice it, it's very difficult to understand. By looking at it, everything is so easy, but when you start practicing, you will see tens of error. That is where you learn actually. That's where the confidence get built. So you have to practice it, and then let's see you in the next session, which is Kubernetes, and we'll continue.
So all sessions do not have assignments, or
A few UI tools not make, it's just a practice. So anything whichever I'll feel assignments should be there, like Ansible has to be there. Kubernetes and all is a major tool. Small tools, it's like not too much of assignment. For example, Jira. There's nothing much you can, or Confluence. So I'll just do that major one, but also I'll try to create assignment for those stuff also. But I see like hardly any people are doing assignments. That's not a good thing. So I have shared 4-5 assignments so far, if I remember, and 1 or 2 people participated in this. 3 people, I guess. So do it, and then
One more thing, the assignments for this Artifactory and that Maven Gradle also.
I'll share with you.
I,
I'll today evening, tonight I'll share.
Okay, Raj.
is
Yeah,
there
When
a
go ahead.